The afternoon sun cast long shadows over the old stone church in Cebu City as the village buzzed with its usual gentle rhythm. Marco, a promising young architect who had returned to his ancestral home, was the talk of the town. His quiet charm and respectful demeanor made him a highly sought-after bachelor. Two women, however, vied for his attention with vastly different approaches. First was Sophia, a distant relative who had recently arrived from Manila. She was undeniably stunning, her clothes always impeccable, her hair perfectly styled, and her presence commanded attention. She moved with an air of sophisticated confidence, often speaking in a slightly louder tone than necessary, especially when addressing the local vendors or children. Sophia believed her beauty and city upbringing made her the obvious choice for Marco. She would often make pointed remarks about the simplicity of village life, subtly hinting at Lena's rustic charm as a disadvantage. Lena, on the other hand, was the daughter of the local panadero. Her beauty was not in striking features, but in the warmth of her smile and the gentle kindness in her eyes. She moved with quiet grace, her hands often dusted with flour from helping her father, or stained with soil from tending her small herb garden. Lena was known for her tireless work at community events, her respectful po and opo to elders, and her genuine concern for everyone in the village. The tension between them simmered, finally boiling over during the annual town fiesta. Marco was helping set up the stage for the cultural show, while Lena was busy organizing the food stalls, her laughter echoing softly with the other volunteers. Sophia, dressed in a dazzling, imported gown, approached Marco, her voice dripping with affected sweetness. "Marco, darling, are you really going to waste your time on these trivial village tasks?" she purred, glancing disdainfully at Lena. "You belong in a place that appreciates your talent, not here, sweating over this." Lena, overhearing, paused, her hands still holding a tray of cacao. She said nothing, but a flicker of hurt crossed her face. Sophia, emboldened by Lena's silence, stepped closer to Marco. "Honestly, Marco, why bother with someone who can only offer you a life of baking bread and gossip? You need someone who understands your world, someone who can elevate you." She then turned a cold gaze to Lena. "Some people just don't know their place, do they?" The air grew thick with unspoken words. The villagers nearby, sensing the brewing storm, quieted down. Marco slowly turned from his task, his expression unreadable. He looked at Sophia, then at Lena, who stood with quiet dignity, her eyes downcast but her posture firm. "Sophia," Marco began, his voice calm but firm, "what elevates a person is not where they come from or how they dress, but how they treat others." He stepped closer to Lena, placing a gentle hand on her arm. "Lena here embodies the true spirit of this community. She works hard, she respects everyone, and her kindness touches every corner of this village." He then turned back to Sophia, his gaze unwavering. "Your beauty, Sophia, is undeniable, but your behavior, your disregard for others, your arrogance, it overshadows any outward charm you possess. A life with someone who belittles others and sees only their own desires is not the life I seek." Sophia's face flushed crimson, her carefully constructed facade crumbling. She mumbled an incoherent retort and, with a huff, stormed away, her expensive heels clicking angrily on the cobblestones. Marco turned fully to Lena, a soft smile gracing his lips. "Lena," he said, his voice tender, "you are the heart of this village. And you, my dear, are the woman I choose." Lena looked up, her eyes shining with unshed tears, a genuine, radiant smile finally breaking through. The villagers, who had silently witnessed the drama, erupted in quiet murmurs of approval, knowing that Marco had chosen not just a wife, but a partner whose inner beauty would enrich their lives and their community for years to come.